Morning. So, trying to stay positive isn't easy today for a lot of us in the UK. August the 4th, which means it's the Emperor again. The new moon is in Leo, so we've got the moon and the sun in Leo. Venus quincunxes Neptune. This is a good time to consider where your strengths lie and take action accordingly. Avoid making assumptions and get key paperwork and decisions sorted before tomorrow if possible. Now, the song is Melting Pot, and I know why they've used it and exactly what they're trying to tell us. My fear now is for the coffee-coloured kids. The kids that are born of love from different sides, Romeo and Juliet, if you like. In the 60s, that melting pot was not a dream, it was happening. We've gone backwards in time because those in power are dividing. As you know, I went on a march yesterday, a rally, if you like. It wasn't a protest, it was just a rally because we're fed up. Some entities, after it ended peacefully, decided to go and have a right good rant on both sides. Not just the normal people that they call far right, but other religions as well, using it as an excuse to do what they do because they're the minority of this country that rape, pillage, steal, whatever. It's not a good look, but I can understand the anger. It doesn't excuse the crime. So what we've got to do is realise that it's not about religion, it's about good and evil. And you know if you're doing what's right or wrong. This is a new day, a fresh start, so no blame, no shame. Let's start again and do better. Rant over. Let's see what they've got for us. Oh, Fayu again. So we've got Mum and Dad. I think it's Fayu. It's one of the F's in it. And have you seen my palm? Yesterday it looked like I've got bloody stigmata. It suddenly made a hole out of nowhere. Don't get it. Somebody tell me what that means. So we've got Aquarius, we've got Neptune, which is what it said it's quincunx with. Third house of communications. So massively important how we communicate with each other. Keep it positive. We don't want the negativity. So what we need is a great big melting pot, big enough for all the world and all it's got. Not the fire underneath it, the melting pot. Coming together in love. There will always be those that divide us because it's in their interest to do so. There are extreme elements. Oh, excuse me, it's very early. Extreme elements in all cultures. And it's up to the rest of us to call them out. Don't judge others unless you walk in their shoes. You have no right to control anyone except your own life. And that includes with the Aries card, the Emperor, the King, the politicians, those in power. no rights whatsoever. We are not slaves. We are free-minded people. So I can't see this one staying up long, but might as well just go for it, because we won't be here much longer, I don't think, anyway. If they have their way, they will censor everything and everyone. And I saw it real time yesterday. They censored my live videos. They did all sorts yesterday. My phone actually had my YouTube app taken off and my Play Store app, so I couldn't add it again. It took me a long time to get it sorted. So just be alert, be aware. Some may think paranoid conspiracy theorists, but Spirit have been right all along, and I never doubt them. So let's see then what they've got for us today. Let's see if there's men in power are doing what they're supposed to be doing, which right now they're about as much use as a chocolate fire guard. We'd be better off without any governments at all and rule ourselves at this rate. So we start the Fool's Journey again. Every day is a fresh start, new beginning. We can do things better. Stay positive. So we've come off the fence now. We're picking sides. No more juggling. No more trying to do everything by yourself. It's asking for help when you need it. And speaking your truth. Severing ties. There'll be a lot of severing ties now because people will be blocking those that don't agree with them. But this is about success within a week. You have to pare away what no longer serves you. Only concentrate on the things and people and situations that benefit you. And I don't mean financially. This is a clear mind now. No more mind games. You're taking that sword and wielding it. But it also could mean more knife crime. And we've got enough of that at the minute. So it needs to stop. Action. 2 gifts from Spirit of new beginnings. Truth and action. Putting your money where your mouth is. Doing what needs to be done. It's a new day dawning. Self-esteem, self-respect above all else. If you just get up in the morning and make your bed, give yourself a pat on the back. Do not let them get into your head. Do not let them make you feel less than. That's luck and protection. But this is also people in power. And there are some, not many, but some that can make a difference. Do the right thing. They're not going to be listening to me, but they might listen to you. Do the right thing. Father energy, you've got Dad in spirit. He's telling you, do the right thing. You have everything you need. Stop putting your head in your hands. There's far worse off than you. You may be in a place where you feel lonely in a room full of people, half erased because they don't understand your point of view. That's going to happen a lot. 5 years. And we've been going through this a long time now. Lockdown was an excuse to do what they wanted. The bird in the gilded cage. You have to come home to who you truly are. And that may mean going home to your parents. It may be going back to the country of origin. It may be doing what needs to be done that's right. Patience is what's needed because they are putting every obstacle in our path, anything to stop us being happy. The white horse of Kent, the pale horse of the apocalypse, the children being watched, the towers that are springing up everywhere, 2 watchers, the sentinels, the guards, blocking our path, deliberately keeping us in the dark. The sun, which is in Leo, and this is the Leo card, the 19, blocking your energy. So, there will be travel limitations. And there may be issues in Kent. Last time we had this, that poor soldier, say his name, Mark Teaton, Lieutenant Colonel Mark Teaton was brutally attacked, and we've still had no word to say how he's doing. So prayers for Mark and all who have been injured in this last battle. Success can be ours, but we have to, there's a lot of meetings that need to go on, a lot of people that need to communicate. This is something out of the blue in the next 8 days, and it's no surprise to anybody. That will shock us to the core, and it won't be pleasant. Actions that should not take place. Don't live in a dream world, but keep your dreams alive. Your dreams will be very important. Prophetic dreams, write them down. Don't look at the Freudian meaning, look at the spiritual meaning. It is time to stand on your own 2 feet. This is about independence. Within or without a relationship, a career, a country. It's about independence. Being financially and emotionally independent. Not relying on others. Scorpio energy. Death and rebirth. We are struggling out of that cocoon. We've gone in as the caterpillars, totally not knowing what's what. And now we know. And we've got to come out of our comfort zone and spread our wings. And the battle out of the cocoon is not easy because it's not meant to be. If it was too easy, the butterfly wings would not be strong enough for it to fly. So we're going to go through it. 13. Scorpio is 21st of October, 21st of November, and the Leo is 21st of July to 21st of August. Enemies will be overcome, so don't lose hope. Rapid communications that probably we're not going to like. 21st of May to 21st of June. This has turned out to be a beautiful read, to be fair. I didn't expect this, but like I said, a new day's dawning. This is and was the lockdown card, but we're leaving that behind. We are prepared now to walk away from what is not our true calling. Turning our back on everything and everyone that's not in our map, our plan, our fate. It is the ancestors. This is grandfather, the 9, the 11. The 9. I don't know where the 11 come from. Virgo energy. It's healing. It's going with your gut instincts. It's hospitals. It's your true path, your true calling. So we're coming home to who we truly are after the battle. We're clear now. But we are going to have to fight for it. We cannot sit on the couch watching Netflix, stuffing our face, watching all the propaganda on the mainstream media and do nothing about it. Justice will be served. Law courts, Libra, which is what we started with, sitting on the fence, pick a side. There will be many legal battles now to be fought. This is also partnerships, marriages, open enemies, battles on the court steps. So 11, 9, 13, all massively important. The only negative is the 20, the Leo energy this month. Virgo will leave it behind September. But we'll leave it behind in a way that we will have picked a side. So you can't flip-flop now. You've got to pick a side and decide which side of this battle you're on. Good or evil. Simple as that. And that doesn't mean that your side is the same as my side. That just means that you do what you believe is right in your gut and in your heart. Simple as that. Moving on from stormy waters to calm ones. 6 weeks. Crossing water. Yeah, there it is. No longer sacrificing ourselves, putting our boundaries in place. The walls are going up. We will no longer sacrifice ourselves for ungrateful people. This is Odin, the All Father. So Dad again. He hung himself out for 9 days and 9 nights to learn the truth about the runes. And so shall we. The truth must come out. This is the melting pot, and this is what I'm saying. The children, the coffee-coloured children, are the ones that suffer. The ones that are innocent, the ones that don't deserve this, are the ones that suffer. There will be no winners in this. Everyone will regret it. There are shit starers, and they've been telling us, Spirit's been telling us for a very long time, that will cut their own nose off to spite the face, because all they want is to win. They have no compassion for any of us. This is standing up for yourself. Walk away if you need to. Defend yourself if you need to, but do not go causing aggro bloodbath. Yeah, it's toxic. Do not sell your soul to the devil for shiny baubles. You are being played like a puppet. And the sooner you sever those strings that the puppeteer has, the better, with your sword. You have free will. You don't have to agree to anything you don't want to. Don't agree to anything under pressure, under duress. And certainly don't sign any contracts. The 15, the Capricorn energy, this is about somebody's ambition. You are being used. Love yourself first, Scorpio energy. Fill your own cup. The reproductive organs, shared resources are important. But listen to Spirit. She's downloading from Spirit. Look at the arrow. She's letting Spirit guide her. Coming back from the gates of hell. Persephone isn't going to suffer this toxic marriage anymore. Mum, I believe that's Mum. It's the first god, isn't it? Drags her back from the gates of hell with the help of Hecate, which is the female version of the hermit. We are at a crossroads. We've been there. We've chosen a path now. We have to stick to it, no matter what. Put up your force field. Don't let any negative energy in there, be it financial, emotional, spiritual, mental or physical. We can do this. 2 and 29, October the 11th, massively important to this. The true 11:11 gateway. No more bloodshed. Women and children, no more. Stops now. Don't put anything into your body, be it financially, into your mouth, diet or medication. No injections into your body. We need to be clear of mind and make sure what comes out of your mouth is positive, be it words written or spoken. But the problem is this Leo energy, large and small, in whatever way it's affecting you. Both Leos, the drama queens, the ones that like to cause the chaos, the ones that make it all about them, the high maintenance people. The names Bonnie, Dennis, William, Langford, Waterman, Sweet William the Flower, all important. But again, look at this. Justice will be served. Right always wins. November, possibly. 7th house of Libra, it could be end of September, beginning of October. But justice in all its forms. Massively important. So we're going back to Mama, I believe, if I've got it right. I'll be very shocked if I have though. Yep, Mama, fail. It's the letter F. So Dad may be Fred, Frank, Francis. The first charm. And Aries is the first house. Well done, Spirit. It's unknown to kings or any of mankind. Help is it named for. Help it can give in hours of sorrow and anguish. Thank you, Spirit. So, the helping hand of the Almighty. This is the first rune of the first 8, so it is associated with beginnings, as is Aries. Fresh starts, new beginnings. But even more importantly, with property, reputation and status, wealth, which is not what we need to concentrate on. The ancient northern cultures measured by possessions and abundant herds of cattle. Your possessions are going to do you no help. We've got all the 5s. Change needs to happen. It's not about your possessions. You're in a toxic situation. Where's he gone? Sitting there with his head in his hands. What good has his possessions given him? Has it brought him any happiness? No. According to the sagas of Iceland, which, although composed during the Middle Ages, recorded the beliefs of the ancient Norse, The first living creature was a cow called Ordumla. This cosmic animal was born from the union of fire and ice, two opposites, that predated the creation of the 9 worlds. The number 9 again. More emergencies, 999 in England, coming into existence in an environment barren of nourishment. Ordumla licked the great block of ice and thus freeing the giant Ymir, who either lay within it or was shaped by the actions of the great cow, the mother energy. So we are all shaped in some way by our mothers. Hopefully, the mothers of the mixed race children have shaped them to realise to love both energies. Ymir became the ancestor of the gods, humans, and later a race of giants, all of whom existed because of Ordumla, who continued to be nurtured by her, as her calves by the mother. The belief in Ordumla as the precursor of all the lives harks back to the remote time when a mother goddess was usually personified as the totem animal in Greece. For example, Athena was imagined as an owl, and we know, don't we, the owl is Sagittarius. So unfinished business, don't act in haste or you will repent at leisure. 23rd of November to the 21st of December is the owl. While Aphrodite was envisioned as a dove, peace. So that period of time will bring peace, hopefully. The goddess is a gentle milk-producing cow. So, directly related to Ordumla's Vanir descendants, so the descendants, the children, Njord and his children, the peace-loving, Freya and the amorous. So the 60s, we were all born into a peace-loving era. So the children of the 60s, massively important. Freya was amorous and associated with wealth and fertility. Feo is obviously an indicator of prosperity. Before the introduction of hard currency, cattle herds were the measure of wealth. So the barter system, and we may be using that more amongst many ancient people. So when this rune is found in featured position, a profitable time will lie ahead. However, just as the ancients sacrificed one of their herd to show the gods that they were thankful for their good fortune, it was equally important to receive the gifts of Feo with humility. And the rune also says that you should look after the possession. So if you've done well in life, you should be humble. You shouldn't be strutting about telling other people how to live their lives. In your keeping, and that you should guard your resources against times when it will not be so good. For the comforting fire is chilled by the icy blast of winter. Even if you are comfortably off, you have the opportunity to ensure that this happy state continues. Conversely, if you are feeling the bite of poverty, Feo promises that time will soon come that you will be prosperous once more. Aside from these material concerns, the appearance bodes well for fertility, childbirth, and new beginnings. So go out and make babies. Equally, as the Song of Odin states, when one is in misery or grief, this rune will bring motherly comfort, which is one of the most valuable things in the world. So remember, Violet Elizabeth is the demanding one. The only problem that we've got, Violet Elizabeth. So the flowers Violet, the name Elizabeth, or Beth, Bonnie, Dennis, and William. A reversal of fortune resulting in the loss of something valuable is likely. The association with wealth and property suggests that this loss will involve a material possession, but it may equally relate to the departure of a loved one or a close friend. However, this loss will be made up in time. So if this is about fertility, anyone that's lost a child will conceive. Tradition also states that Feu inverted may refer to problems with conception or fertility, but that is going to be healed because we've got Scorpio twice, which is about the reproductive organs, shared resources. We're healing, which is good. The third house, communicate, messages via the internet, the World Wide Web, massively important. What is it called? So, hands, arms, shoulders, schools, children, yellow, siblings, twins, communications, short journeys, learning, immediate environment, neighbours again, manner of speech. Be careful how you speak to people. The third house embodies the beginning of your self-expression. The sign and planets placed here either facilitate or restrict the flow, whether the sign on the cusp indicates whether clear communication or confusion can be anticipated, and how easy it will be to learn. Linked to the rational, left brain, the ninth house of being abstract thought. There you go again. 9. The third house also describes the concrete function of a person's intellectual process. So some people just don't understand and they will act out like small children. Is there a strong emphasis on the house in the chart? Acquiring new skills will be a motivating factor through your life. Mercury in the third house of a person's chart suggests a natural communicator, but if Saturn is in the third house, learning or communication may be difficult, particularly in the early years. Chiron in the third house may well indicate someone who is deeply wounded by what people say, or who is, for one reason or another, prevented from speaking a unique personal truth. So about your parentage, maybe. I'm doing it again. So Aquarius in Neptune, air and water. Or Neptune in Aquarius, sorry. That's the sacrifice that we will make. This placement aspires to humanitarianism and has a vision for a better world. The danger lies in confusing your ideologies with rational thought. Ideologies are not going to work. We've got to be logical in this. Jupiter, abundance can be ours. The number 7. It's about the horn of plenty, our abundance. We have more than we know. And it is the anchor game, which is what Aries carries, which is the good luck. The wheel of fortune, luck is on our side. So, a change, the number 10. So, we may have a change at number 10. They said it before. I don't know how, because he's only been there a month. The lips of the wise are like doors of a cabinet. So we call our government the cabinet. No sooner are they opened, but treasures pour out before thee. So things, words, information is coming out. Communications. Expect doors to swing open. By far the largest and most magnanimous of all heavenly bodies in our solar system. In Roman pantheon, Jupiter was referred to as the king of all gods. And there he is. This is who we're talking about today. Aries, my son, where are you? There he is. Jupiter corresponds with the Greek Zeus, or the Norse god Odin. Well done, Odin. Wednesday. Because Jupiter is so vast and expansive, this planet is the gate opener for better luck. The earlier Greeks called the planet Jupiter Pantheon, the brightest star, so Aquarius. What did Spirit say? They will decide, they will judge whether you are good enough to go through that door. If you are pure of heart, no matter what side you pick, they will let you through. Because of Jupiter's immensity, it is one of the easiest planets to see the naked eye. The ruler of Sagittarius, and there we have it again, Sagittarius more than once. So your dad may have been Sagittarius, your partner, your boss, your government official, could be Aries or Sagittarius. Fire energy. Half man, half beast, the centaur. The planet Jupiter casts off more heat than it takes from the sun. So you give out more than you're getting back. The giant planet is one of generosity and joyfulness. In astrology, it is the great benefic, the soother of all the hurts and bruises, the healer. A period of good fortune where hard luck is coming to an end. Similar to Saturn, Jupiter can represent the father and what you have inherited from your father. So hopefully he was a good man, or even if he wasn't, that you learned something from him. What not to be, maybe. When the energy of Jupiter enters your reading, you can be assured luck is on your side and fortune will shine on you. You are being given not only a gift, but a lift, if not divine help. Blocks will be removed. So these people that are trying to keep you imprisoned and blocked will be removed, probably by the law. If you wield influence through your own positivity and goodwill, this is certainly an astrological lucky break. You won't be able to kick back there and sit on your laurels. Instead, you will be required to attend to what you set into place and keep the positivity and attention flowing. You must continue to nurture the energies to projects or events you've started. Otherwise, they will fall into entropy and decay. So it's okay chucking your dummy out your pram, causing all this chaos, but if you're not going to do it out with it, it's not worth doing, is it? When it comes to providence and fortune, there is always a payment due. Some toil or sacrifice on your part. So do keep that in mind. So you can't be a one-hit wonder. You are on your way. Just don't neglect things or become lax in your endeavours, which are traits of Jupiter as well, meaning the possibility of taking people and situations for granted. Because Jupiter can make you feel happy and complacent, you may watch out for weight gain and for other ways to indulge yourself and others. It's important to keep a watchful eye and not skim over the details of any matter, so don't count your chickens. Since Jupiter is strongly tied to the law, any ideas of fairness, you may find your opinions and convictions very, very strong. Jupiter represents largesse, so try not to become overbearing, as your attitude could sabotage all that you've worked for. If you feel at the moment that you're in a dark period of time and you've drawn this card, be assured that blessings are on their way. Doors are opening. Your generosity and in faith it is time to walk through them. The Jupiter card gives a positive spin to any reading, so keep that in mind regardless of what's going on around you. Number 10. 23. The Green Fairy. It's time for mischief, freedom and recklessness. And we've seen a lot of that lately. So do it in a good way. Do it in a positive way, please. Don't give them what they want, because they think they're in charge, the master puppeteer. They think they can use you to their ends. What I would say is we need to turn the tables on them. Have you ever heard of the Green Fairy? Something to do with absinthe and a little mischief. Now, that little fairy is not condoning drinking, so no drinking, stay sober. But she does recommend jumping up, well, not to excess, should I say. Jumping out of your comfort zone and being a little mischievous. Have you become a bit stuck or just too serious? When was the last time you let your hair down? See, Aries are always the ones that are told as a child, behave yourself, be quiet, don't make problems. These are the people that will forge the way for others. These are the fair side of the zodiac. They have the fire to get things started. Unlike Sagittarius, they finish what they started. Sagittarius start things and never finish them. So it gives us the impetus to move forward. Keep it moving. A giggle or a play like a child day. Yep, That's what I thought. It's been a while. The green fairy is coming to pull your hair, tickle your ears, trip you over, all in an effort to break you out of your comfort zone. It is time. Maybe have a laugh at yourself. You may have a valid reason for your situation and need to be serious. Like you've got kids, you've got a job you can't step out line. But there are certain things you can do in your own time. But you need to reminded you are here to have fun. All work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. And enjoy life. Also, while you're getting everything done that needs to get done, you are missing out on some really fun stuff. Do you even know you are stressed? Who are you now compared to when you were young and carefree? If you're gritting your teeth, think about it. Are you grinding your teeth? Does your jaw hurt? Are you that stiff that when you do relax, you ache everywhere? That's stress. Are there aspects of yourself that you would like to reintegrate? Come home to who you truly are after the battle. What can you do to lessen your load? And how can you take some time out to do the things you enjoy that made you laugh and relax? Maybe it's time to call the green fairy to show you how, because somebody here is blocking your path, saying you can't have an holiday, the boss, whatever. Yeah, so 25 in the reverse. This is an obstacle. This is your book of shadows, your diary, your mum's recipes, whatever you keep it in your book of shadows. It's tradition and what you believe. The Wicker Book of Shadows is a record of rituals and beliefs and prayers and magical law. While there are published books of shadows, every practitioner has their own. So it is believed that we have free will and that we don't live by other people's rules. For Wicca is a tradition that greatly values your individualism and rejects the dogma of the commandments and any other thing. We live not lawlessly, but freely. The Book of Shadows is a tool, not a set of commandments. It's time to go back to basics of your spiritual practice. And the one basic thing that we all know before the commandments, because they were given to us, but we have free will. Before the commandments, before anything else, the one thing we was taught was love. And Adam and Eve in the Garden of Eden, that's what caused all the trouble. But would they do it again? Yes, I think they would. Love is what matters. So, go back to basics of your spiritual practice, keeping it very simple until you're feeling in touch with your essential sacred self. Learn the law, learn who you are, walk the path of wisdom. It's time to challenge authority. If you don't believe me, it says it there. So, Mandrake, humans, in the reverse, the number 17, crowds, in the negative, we'll go figure that, losing hope, hope's dashed, 17, don't let it happen, don't dim your light to fit in, shine your light. So, Venus, love, the mother energy, Saturn, the truth, and Mars, war. The element of earth, stay grounded. Mandragora, Officinara, Narum, sorry. So, here we go. Mandrake, in all its forms, is a deeply magical plant used by witches for love magic And like I said before, any magic that you do cannot force someone to love you. Even if they're under your spell, true love will break that spell. Fertility, lust, protection. The famous witch's flying ointment. As chemically it contains the alkaloid-rich deliriants of scopolamine, hyoscyamine, and atropine, mixed in a salve with other poisonous plants. So the toxins that people are taking, probably to get through what's going on, it's not good for you. It's time to be clear of mind. You may have done something stupid, especially with the riots, because of these mind-bending drugs. It aids witches to fly to the Sabbath, but care must be used with the dosage and application. Like the plants of the nightshade family, the mandrake has 5-petaled flowers and evokes the powers of the witch's pentagram associated with the planets of Venus, moving in a 5-pointed pattern with the earth and sun. While there are several non-nightshade plants claiming the name of mandrake, including English mandrake, better known as white bryony, so the name bryony could be important, American mandrake, better known as May apple, so the name May, and the apple, which is Gemini Cancer cuspa, and even Asian mandrake, known as ginseng. True mandrake varieties are of the nightshade family and Mandragora genus. While considered a sacred magical herb with associations today with Hecate, Crossroads, Diana, Sagittarius, Hermes, Gemini, communication, Mercury, and Aphrodite. It has always had a sinister reputation due to its human-like shape, which would often be crafted into a doll or puppet. What did I say? You are being used like a puppet on a string. It is time to take your sword and sever those strings. The spirit of the root was said to draw within. In that way, a witch could fare forth into the world of spirits by animating a root doll. So voodoo, capable of doing the witch's bidding, conferring protection and blessings upon the household. There you go, protected again. Or smiting your enemies. Enemies overcome. Where's he gone? There. Well done, spirit. The doll is often clothed and regularly fed with water, wine, milk, or blood, empowering it to perform these duties. Law tells us that the mandrake is created by the fallen semen of the hanged man at the gallows, and that when dug, its screams can kill a human, invoking the idea of enticing a hungry dog tied to the loose roots. So there's born in the year of the dog. Now, for the evil, satanic, devil-worshipping users, blood spilt is power to them. So, hungry dog tied to a loose root to rip it out of the ground and place meat just outside its reach. So again, the dog to get the trust of the hungry dog, and thus the dog bears the screams deadly sound. So it puts up with what it fears to get at the food because it's so hungry. So we no longer have fear. While there is no truth to dying when unearthing a mandrake, we can attest to the shift of energy in a space where mandrake is repotted or dug up, releasing its magical presence. A pinch of mandrake root is a powerful catalyst for any spell, and that's what Aries is, a catalyst, bringing an intense force to make things happen. It used its fertility, magic, and medicine, as well as love and lust and biblical references. And again, so we're going to have to look at this biblical reference. Genesis 30:14 to 16. Song of Songs 7:12 to 13. Its baneful nature makes it useful in domination and cursing as well as protection. Though the otherworldly qualities grant the power of flight and vision, it can also be used to confer invisibility, so under the radar. Mandrake guides us to walk the path of magic, the path of the witch, and seek the mysteries of the hidden and dark places. It doesn't mean perform dark magic and voodoo. It means those women were normal, everyday women that were burned at the stake because of jealousies and ignorance. We don't need to do that again. We don't need to go through that again. These women were healers, midwives, apothecaries. We have to embrace who we truly are. Ask yourself, how are you using your magic? The mandrake is the green wood, so the green wood again, sorcerer, aligned with the wisdom of the gallows and the hanged man's mysteries. Mandrake tells us that we might be delirious or uprooted and not seeing things clearly or acting in the right way for us. You are a magical creature capable of anything. Use your power wisely. So, thanks for listening. That was a beautiful read. God knows why, but it seems like a change is coming for the better. But we've got to pick a side, stay free, and free will. Do not be manipulated by those who think they have power over you. Thanks for listening. Bye.